Hey guys, it's Steph, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. In today's video, we're doing another, I can hear DJ Khaled in the background already, another full face of first impressions. I swear, every brand right now is bringing out so many different products, which is why I'm trying out so many. So hope you're liking first impressions, because there seems to be a lot at the moment. In today's video, I'm of course trying out a whole load of new makeup from a whole load of brands. We have everything from like Beauty Bay, Benefit, Spectrum, L'Oreal. So if you guys like these videos, then you can just let me know by giving this video a thumbs up or leaving a comment. It all helps with the whole algorithm thing. And if you're not already subscribed, you will know what to do. Press the button, it's free, it'll make me happy. Thank you so much. But yeah, we all know these videos can get a little bit long and I like to talk a lot, so let's just get straight into it. I actually already have, I mean, they're kind of slipping out. I already have clips in my hair today, so can I have like a hall pass for sacking off the headbands? It's been a long day. It's been a long day and it's not even 11 in the morning. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna be using today is this new bad boy from Beauty Bay. So this is the Wilderness palette, and I had so many of you tag me in this when it first launched, and I can see why, because it's just a whole load of greens, a whole load of blues. This scary section of the palette here, I'm like, but everything here upwards, that's like, these are like my neutrals. So I'm gonna start off with my eyes today, just because I don't know if there's gonna be any fallout or anything. So I'm gonna use some of my P. Louise base, and I have already just slicked my brows up as well. You can see them just, I mean, they're there, right? They're not exactly the most subtle thing in the world. But yeah, I just used the ABH brow free stuff. I kind of want to do something like a little bit different today. Like normally I'd just be like, put that all over my face, put that all over my face. But I feel like kind of messing around with some of these pukey, poopy kind of colors down here. I'd say that with Love Beauty Bay. But yeah, I think I'm going to go in first with the shade Marigold. I'm like, I haven't even swatched anything yet. Let's just do a couple of swatches. We'll do Ocean. It's always the pause that I do, isn't it? I always do like a pause when I'm happy, which isn't very good for like viewing. But that looks, oh my God, that looks so good. They feel, the pause again, these feel insane actually. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's try a bit of, what was this one called? Poppy. This, I need to actually just use my words. So Beauty Bay do a lot of really good palettes. This, for some reason, looks even better. So that one looks quite nice. The shimmers look intense. The mattes are a little bit, I mean, it's obviously a finger swatch. We just want to see how it looks on my eyes, but these shimmers in particular, chef's kiss. See, I think first of all, I'm gonna go in with that shade Marigold just as my transition. I'm gonna go in with a big fluffy brush just because I don't want it to be too precise. I do want to just kind of blow it out a bit. Like realistically, by the time I've done my eye look, you probably won't see much of this color. I just want it to kind of poke out onto my brow bone a little bit. And then I'm actually gonna go straight in with this color here called Leaf. And I'm just gonna lightly pat that just below my crease. Just because I don't want all the product to kind of go into my crease. I want them to blend together a bit. So I'm just gonna pat it underneath lightly and then just sketch it into my crease a bit. Just get those two to meet in the middle there. Ooh. These, that was a strange noise that I just made. These two colors already, I really like how they look together. It's quite autumnal. I don't want to talk about the A word because I haven't had a summer. Where has the sun been? I refuse to believe it's going to be autumn soon. No, it's not happening. But these autumn colors, next. I've literally taken the tiniest amount of that, but now I'm going to start building it up a bit more. I'm already really obsessed with this. Now I'm going to go in with this shade down here called Eucalyptus, which is a little bit deeper. I'm just going to pop some of that onto the outer corner a little bit and just smoke that upwards. I feel like this just color story is so bloody nice. Like I know I was saying shit about the reds down there. I actually do really quite like the reds. They're just not my usual. But just like these colors here, they just work as a really good transition. So now I'm gonna go in with that shade called Lime, which I'm so excited to put this on my eyeballs right now. Oh my God, these, I wanna take a minute quickly. Let's just have like a little, we interrupt this makeup tutorial to continue to make up the, I can't speak. These eyeshadows are banging. Like, I actually rate these so hard, to be honest. I've always loved Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes. I don't know what it is in particular about these ones, like these shades that I've tried so far, but these are going on like some hella expensive eyeshadows. Can we just appreciate? I don't know, I've got like a little gremlin hand here. This situation is making me very, very happy. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Marigold. I actually really, really like that with these greens to warm it up just a touch and go ever so slightly into my inner corner. Ooh, I love this. Okay, I love this so much. I'm then actually not gonna go in with a shimmery highlighter. I'm gonna go in with this shade called Snow for a minute, just to brighten my brow bone a touch. I'm done for a second. I'm gonna do like my under eyes and everything as well. But for now, we're gonna put this to the sides. No, we're not. I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera and then I'll check back with you guys for the rest of my face and we'll just carry on this video. We're just gonna pretend all of this and me like stumbling over my words never happened. And hopefully by the time I've come back and done my other eye, I'll be more composed. Unlikely, see in a bit. All right, eyes done for a minute. Like I said, I'm gonna do like my lower lash line stuff, but for now, we're gonna go in with this primer here. This is from Illamasqua and it's their Beyond Veil. It's their Skin Glowing Gel. I have the like original veil, I think it's called like the Hydrating Veil or something, but this is a little mini and it's just the same kind of idea as the other one that they do, but this one is just a bit more shimmery. Oh, it's literally like, I don't know if you'll be able to understand that texture, but it's literally just like, it's like a putty. It's weird. I love it. I've already got moisturizer and stuff on anyway, but I'm just gonna add a bit of this just to the center of my face. I'm genuinely so impressed by the eyeshadow palette. This might actually be one of the best eyeshadow palettes I've tried in a while. I cannot wait to try it even more. Oh God. That's not the best angle. What was I saying? I just like how this looks, that's all. So for my base, I'm gonna be using this guy here from Laura Mercier. This is the Tinted Moisturizer and it's the oil-free one and I have it in the shade Bisque. And I drop the lid on the floor, I'll pick it up later, it's fine. Yeah, I've seen loads and loads of people raving about this. I'm just gonna dot it onto my skin first. And I'm gonna blend it out with this brush from Sigma. It's like a really weird, I've mentioned it before, but it's like this triangle shape, but it works really, really well. I thought it was just like a kind of virally sort of thing that they were trying to do, but this brush is actually so, so good. It is the Edge Kabuki. My skin's actually kind of behaving itself at the moment, so I'm kind of embracing the lighter coverage. It's a pretty good color match for me as well, actually. You can see it's just evened everything out a little bit there compared to here, just kind of evened me out with my tan as well. I wonder how it actually blends in with my fingers because I've used the other moisturizer that they do and I actually quite like it, like blending out with my fingers. Oh yeah, I prefer it with my fingers. That looks really nice so far. Yeah, with the primer as well, it just gives a really nice glowy base, but just kind of evens everything out. I actually really like slapping my foundation in and I actually encourage you to try it because I don't know, it just kind of presses everything in and I've always liked doing it actually. I used to do it with the Garnier BB cream and yeah, it kind of works the same sort of way with this stuff. So next, a product that I am probably the most excited for this video is the new Anastasia concealers. These are called the Magic Touch concealers. So they sent over 3 different shades. We've got number 6, number 4, and number 17. They've probably sent that over as like a contour shade. That'd be nice. But this here claims to be a medium to full coverage blurring concealer that blends smoothly without creasing. That sounds amazing. Let's try it. Packaging's really nice. You've got quite a big doe foot with like a strange little teat to it. No judgment here. And I don't really know how much I should be using, so I'm gonna kind of go with that. And I'm actually gonna blend it out first with a fluffy brush just for precision. This looks very full coverage. Okay, they were not lying. Right, so we're just gonna just drag that out. Just blending out really smoothly. Like really smoothly, actually. I feel like ABH have it in their means to just do an insane concealer. That looks pretty good if you ask me. I need to cover up that little spot a tiny bit more, but I'm actually gonna use a little bit less than I did. Just do some dots instead of little stripes. And try this instead. This is blending out so well. I've actually been struggling to find a lot of concealers that I really, really love. I went on a rampage the other day and just bought a bunch of concealers that I hadn't tried before because I was like, come on, I need some new base products that I tried them and I'm just like blown away. So I'm just covering up a little bit of some scarring that I have and I'm gonna go around my nose. And okay, that's a bit wonky there, but wonky is my brand. England is my city. Okay, so in these larger areas of my face, I'm just gonna blend that out with the brush that I used and just blend out any excess where I need it. I'm really, really happy actually. And I know I'm so like monotone that when I say I'm really happy, it's like 10 octaves lower than like a middle-aged man. But trust me, I'm smiling on the inside. I'm really happy with how this looks. Next, we've got a lot of creams to try out today. I'm gonna go in with the ABH Cream Bronzer. Again, another product that I'm actually quite excited to try out. So this one here is in the shade Golden Tan. And it says that it's a weightless cream bronzer for face and body that creates a natural matte finish. I've actually been enjoying cream bronzers a little bit more. Like I've been using my Iconic London pigment sticks, been using that a lot. Oh. What's happening right now? What just happened here? Okay, let's put it on my face. So I'm gonna take this brush here and I don't know anything about this to be honest. I don't know how pigmented it is. I don't know how creamy it is. It seems to be picking up kind of the same way that the, you know, the Technic and the W7 balm stuff does. Feels like it might have a slightly more oily consistency, which is good, like in my books, because it means that everything blends out a lot more nicely. This is a really, really nice, soft bronzing shade. It just kind of warms everything up a little bit. I've just ordered the Illamasqua sculpting gel, the contour stuff that's supposed to be like invisible, which I'm very intrigued by. So I'll be giving that a go soon. So it's quite sheer, but it does what you kind of need a cream bronzer to do. I don't want to go too ham with it because I do have a powder bronzer to try. So I'm going to leave that there for a minute. That's actually really nice as well. It's a lot more subtle than my Iconic London pigment stick that I use. I use that one in the shade 4. But this is sort of like, yeah, just a little bit more subtle and blends out really, really nicely. You barely have to blend this out at all. Now, this might be like a questionable choice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I make a lot of questionable choices in my life. I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes, but I'm probably gonna just like put it all over my face. So I'm gonna start off by doing it on my under eyes and we'll just kind of see how we go with that. So it's this little pot here, a tab that I can actually reach and pull off. Thank you so much. And this one here is more of the white powder, as you can probably see. The normal Laura Mercier one that I use is a bit more yellow tone. So I'm taking, honestly, when I say I take a small amount of powder, I'll show you. I basically pick up this much on my brush, and my hand's a bit stained here, but I'll then basically tap it off onto my hand like this and try not to get powder over my laptop. But I'll literally pick up like that, pretty much nothing. And I'm just gonna make sure my under eyes are all blended and then just set them with that. Okay, I might have just set a cat hair under my eyes, but that is incredibly normal for me. Might be one of the best concealer and under eye powder combos that I've tried in I don't even know how long. I mean it. That looks bloody stunning. It's still got a bit of glowiness to it, and it's still moving. It doesn't feel matte, it doesn't feel heavy, like the concealer doesn't feel like anything. I'm using a really, really light hand. And yeah, I am really, really happy with this little combo actually. Hopefully it will work nicely all over my face, we'll see. I know it's a secret brightening. We'll see how it works. And again, the amount of powder that I use on my face is so minuscule. I'll take like this much and usually tap it onto my hand again. So you've got this much on the brush, and I don't swipe, I don't buff. I just do, you know, fairly light taps. It's just, I find that's the best way to apply powder. Like obviously, depending on how your skin is, you might find you've got oily skin. So if you want to apply more powder or do whatever the hell you want to do, then do what works for you. But if you're maybe looking at how you apply powder and you're thinking it's not quite going on the way I want it to, or it's looking a little bit crusty or just not quite right, try an amount of powder that when you look at it, you think there is nothing on my brush. But then when you just set it all into your face, it it just kind of makes everything look healthy, but also gets rid of any unwanted shine. Because we want a little bit of shine, you know? I don't want a completely 2D face. I bloody love how this looks. I really freaking, I feel like I need to like make some sort of loud noise or whatever. I'm quite monotone today, but this looks so good. All of this, the primer, the foundation tint thing, the powder, this cream bronzer, the concealer. I really love the concealer. I'm telling you right now, this concealer is great. If you need a new one, give it a go. This is really, really good. And yeah, I'm so freaking happy with this. So next, like I said, I do also have a powder bronzer to try out, but this comes in the form of this palette here from Benefit. This is the Fire Queen FOUROSCOPE palette. So it's basically just a face palette. And I picked this one out because, I mean, the bronzer that I'm gonna be using, I've used many times. It's the Hoola one, but they had a blusher, well, 2 blushes that are exclusive to this palette, and then also a highlighter. So I thought we'll try this out. So it just shows where you put everything, and this is what the palette looks like. So it looks like you've got more of a matte blusher here. You've obviously got Hoola, which is the classic, Blaze, which is the highlighter, which actually looks, that looks all right, to be fair. When they launched Cookie in like one of these limited edition palettes, that highlighter is so good. I need to like bring it out again soon. But yeah, I really wanted to try this out because I thought maybe this will be another Cookie situation, and oh, this all smells so good. The highlighter smells good. This blusher thing smells really good. And that's actually really pretty as well. It kind of looks like a NARS orgasm sort of situation, which used to actually be one of my favorite blushes. So I'm gonna take my Morphe E3, and like I said, I've used this before, but I love it, the Hoola bronzer. So I'm gonna pick up a decent amount of that. And I think this is just the original Hoola, it's not like the light one or anything. But I'm going to whack a ton of that on my cheeks here. I'm using it with quite a big brush as well, because I do want it to be quite dispersed. Quality of this palette's nice. What else can I say about it? It's got a nice big mirror in it. I feel like I'm really getting back into makeup again. I know that sounds silly. I was never not into makeup, but I think just because of everything, the C words, mum, everything like that, you know, I had a lot more important things on my mind than, you know, being creative, even though I would have loved to have been, but I'm really like getting really excited about makeup again now. So I've got Hoola. I'm then gonna take this shade here called Starlet, which is one of the exclusive blushes. That smells so good. I swear the little Benefit powders don't smell anywhere near this much. I know they do have a bit of a scent to them, but I opened up this palette and it's just like sweets and perfume and baked goods. By the way, can we please get a little debate in the comment section? I'm gonna leave a pinned comment. What do you class as sweets? Because Ollie has once said to me, I think he's changed his mind now. Ollie once said to me that like chocolate was a sweet, and I'm like, no, chocolate is sweet. It's like, that is a characteristic of chocolate, but chocolate is not a sweet. Like if I said to someone, go and get me a bag of sweets, and they came back with like a chocolate bar, I'd be very grateful, but that ain't sweets. So what do you class as sweets or candy? Because I had to like drill it into Ollie's head and just be like, you're wrong. Change your mind, thank you. But you know what? It's nice to have an open discussion. So let's talk about some really, really serious topics in the comments. What do you classify as sweets? That looks quite nice. Went a little bit hard with the blusher there, but I'm still learning. I'm still a novice when it comes to blusher. Hopped on that bandwagon about 3 years too late. And then I'm gonna go in with some more blusher, this Solstice shade here, which looks very, very pigmented. But I just wanna put a little bit of that up here. This one is a lot more pigmented. It's a lot more in your face. And it's got a bit of a shimmer to it as well. So now, yeah, we're gonna go in with this highlighter here called Blaze. And let's have another good swatch. It's a little bit more pinky and kind of rose goldy than I normally like, but we're playing today. I feel like this isn't gonna be quite on the same level as Cookie. But let's see. It's more subtle than I want it to be. Be more intense, please. It's there. I think some of the sheen as well is also from my base and also from that shimmery bronzer blusher. It's there. I was hoping it was gonna be like Cookie round 2. It is not. Could have done without that, really. Kind of feel like I could have done without that. Yeah, I personally, this palette's fine, but it's not for me. Like I've already got the Hoola bronzer, the highlighter's not Cookie, and then you've got the 2 blushes, which are nice, but like it's not for me. So if you are into blushes, if you don't have Hoola, if this steams up your street, then it's a nice palette. It's still like benefit quality. It's just not something that I would necessarily reach for. I will continue to, but yeah, it's not like my fave. The other palette they did last year, way better. Cookie. So now for my setting spray, I have this one here from Spectrum. This is the Hydrating and Illuminating Mist. Spectrum actually launched a bunch of new products recently, so I'm looking forward to giving them a go. Oh my God. Ooh, okay. Ooh, just noises. I like this little bubbly boob lid, and it's one of those sprays that has the pigment in, which I love, but they can also be a disaster. Shout out to anyone who was here when you watched me do the Revolution one, and it literally ruined all of my face. That's why I always check these from now on. I like give them a good few sprays and have like a close look, see like what's going on. This seems okay. It smells so good. All right, let's try this. This should add a little bit of shimmer. This smells literally familiar. What does this smell like? I like it. I'm never gonna figure out what it smells like, but it smells really good. Get it right on there, you know. It has definitely added one hell of a glow to my skin. I'm wondering how it'll sort of settle down in a second. And I do have a little spatter of setting spray there that could do with just getting stuck into my face. Yeah, it's added a lot of shine to my skin. I might powder down a little bit more in a sec, but I'm just gonna leave it there for a minute because it might sort of settle. But yeah, that actually seems quite nice. I would probably not focus as much on the center of my face, but that's like an easy thing to fix. I can just go over with a little bit more powder, but on the sides of my cheeks, that's doing more as a highlighter than I feel like the actual highlighter was, so I'm happy with that. So now I kind of fancy, I was like looking at everything, thinking what should I do? And I really kind of fancy putting some of this shade, which when do I ever use any kind of like orange, basically? But this is the shade Sunrise, and I want to really smoke that out on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to start from the outer corner. I am looking at that red, but I feel like it might be a bit too much. Let's do it anyway. Take a little bit of poppy. We can always figure it out. And just tap that over the top of the orange. I normally look at green and red and instantly think Christmas, but that is actually, yeah, that works. These shimmers are honestly really, really creamy. And just pat that in lightly on the inner corner. I'm actually going to bring that a little bit onto my lower lash line as well, because I feel like it shouldn't work with the red, but it also kind of does. Yeah, cool. And then I'm literally going to just wipe off my brush and go in with some of this shade here called Ray. There was once a guy at work called Ray, and he knew my name. He knew my name, but he used to call me Geraldine. That was an interesting time of my life. Yeah, he would always, sometimes he would change my name, like, but it wasn't like an inside joke. It wasn't like a funny thing that we were doing. He would genuinely just act as if that was my name. So I was Geraldine for a year or so. Bruh. Bruh. B-R-U-H or H. However the hell you want to say it. That little combo, these two shades here, oh my God, like this actually looks like it's been edited to look brighter. Yeah, this is probably one of the best palettes that I've tried out in a while, actually. I am really bloody obsessed with this. So now for liner, I have this one here from Milani. This is called The Tank. It's the waterproof liquid eyeliner. And it's just your standard, oh my God, that is so black. Your standard felt liner. Quite frankly, I suck at doing liner. So I'm just gonna probably not talk too much and just give myself a little flick. I've already screwed it up. What's wrong with me? This liner's good. I know you can't really see what I'm doing too much, but take my word for it, all right? Okay, that is a good liner. I struggle to find a lot of good felt tip liners because normally the felt tip just gets kind of clogged with makeup, whereas that went over all the shimmers and it's absolutely fine. It reminds me a lot of the Kat Von D, whatever it's called, tattoo liner. The Tank is good. Now for lashes, I have this mascara here from L'Oreal. This is the Volume Million Lashes Balm Noir. And they actually sent this to me, and the slogan was like, you're 1 in a million, and they sent it to me with like just tons and tons of banana flavor millions, so I was very happy with that. And now that I've eaten all the millions, let's try out the mascara. It's got a nice plastic wand and it seems to be gripping my lashes quite a lot. Do you guys prefer, like, what is your guys' like ultimate mascara? I'd love to make my own mascara one day as well. I feel like I've tried so many that I know what works for me. So yeah, like, let me know what your kind of go-to is with mascara. So this is giving me kind of like telescopic vibes, but a little bit less kind of intense. It's a bit softer. It's really good at separating your lashes and it doesn't really seem to go clumpy. I don't know if that's why it's called like Balm Noir. Yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. So next up for lashes, I have these from the Beauty GLOOP, which I'll probably be chucking on in a second, but I just thought I would show you what these look like. I think the Beauty GLOOP is a new brand and they have like bath bombs, bath salts, they had sponges as well, and then also these lashes. They do like a bunch of different styles. These are in the style Kimmy Bay and these are MYAAMI. Oh, these are fun. These are quite a bit more fluffy. I might use them in a second. But yeah, I've got those. And then I also have the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat. So this is a lip luminizer and plumper. And I mean, it's like reds. It's very red and it's in the shade Hot Cherry. I don't know how tinted it is or anything like that, but I thought I could use that underneath whatever I'm gonna do to my lips in a second. So I'll try that out. Oh my God, it smells so good. There must be hundreds of times in videos where I'm just like, oh my God, this smells so good. Tastes amazing. Actually tastes like sweets. But I'm gonna let this sit on my lips for a second and then I'm gonna use, I think realistically, this nudie shade here. This is from Sculpted by Amy Connolly. It's the Lip Duo, Lip Liner and Lipstick. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. Well, it is a 2-in-1. That's literally the whole point of it. Oh, my lips are tingling. But yeah, it looks like this and then you have the lipstick on one side, which is like a nice warm tone nude. And then you have the liner on the other side. It's just a twist up. And this looks like a really nice, quite sort of cool toned neutral shade. Okay, I licked my lips and then I swallowed and I think I've got some of that lip gloss like at the back of my throat. Okay, I'm gonna take off a little bit of this just so it's not like gooping around the place. And then just using the concealer brush that I used earlier, I'm just gonna feather that down just to get rid of the color. And yeah, I'm gonna go in with the shade Coffee Combo. So let's try the lip liner first. Oh, Michael's joined me. Hi. Houston, we have not a problem, but an ideal situation. These are quite sheer. I normally like a lip liner to be a little bit more like there. I mean, is anything even, yeah, not much is really happening with this. I'm like pressing down quite hard and it's there, you can see it like on the bottom of my lip. That was a nice face I did for you then. I'm going to go over quite a bit. I'm basically just using it like a lipstick. Maybe the lipstick will be better. Let's have a little swatch of this. So it is definitely quite like a natural sort of sheer lipstick. And I like the applicator. I actually really like a long lipstick. Never really thought those words would come out of my mouth, but I actually feel like it kind of makes sense. The lipstick's a good formula. I just feel like the lip liner needs to be a little bit more intense because it's just, it just kind of looks, I need like something to define my lips a little bit more. The lipstick's a good formula. The lip liner, it could just, there could be a bit more oomph to it. So I'll use the lipstick. Like I'll work my way through both of them, but the lipstick's the best part about this. Okay, so now I'm going to powder down my forehead a little bit, just because that setting spray is still making me look shiny as hell. Just having like a little dance here. And then I'm also gonna chuck on one of these lashes. I'll try the more intense one, the MYAAMI ones. So I'll try these first. If they're a little bit too big, because I've only got a small face, big lashes don't tend to look that good on me, then I will just go ahead and use the Kimmy Bay. So I'm gonna do that. Do a little something to my hair so I look a little bit more, I don't know, less, I'm bored of the hair. I'm bored of the hair, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just wanna put bleach in it, but I can't, because then it'll all fall out. I'm gonna go and make myself more presentable and I will see you in a second. Okay, let's. I really bloody love this whole look, to be honest with you. The concealer was honestly so freaking good. Like I'm actually gonna use that quite a lot. I wonder if it'll overtake, oh my God, they might hear me, Tarte Shape Tape. I'm kind of This, really like this. The lashes, I managed to get them to fit on my little eyeballs. I did cut quite a bit off, but they're like, I don't know why I'm like having to like show you. They're very, very fluffy, like fluffier than most lashes I've actually ever tried. Like they just feel fluffy, they feel nice. And you know what? I was bad-mouthing that lip product, and it's not like I'm not amazed by it, but actually, I do, it's all right. It's not bad at all, to be honest. Did I like everything? I felt like today was a very successful first impressions video. I like the powder honestly, that freaking powder and concealer combination is so good. This eyeshadow palette is incredible, quite frankly. Like, definitely one of the best eyeshadow palettes I've tried in a while, and a really nice color story, and also pretty affordable, obviously considering it's Beauty Bay. But yeah, discovered a lot of very good products today, products that I'm very, very excited to just chuck into my everyday routine, like the tinted moisturizer, the concealer, the powder, all of the above, all the things that I just keep talking about. I'll stop now. I feel a lot more like me at the moment, like, oh my God, why do I do this? It's like I feel like the emotion like in my nose, and then it starts to like make my eyeballs well up, unless I'm having a allergic reaction to the contacts. But like, I do feel a lot more like myself at the moment. And so I need to stop being emotional. Yeah, I just had a lot of fun playing around with the products, and I'm just really looking forward to doing loads more creative looks. Like, I'm gonna do a lot more on my Instagram and stuff as well, do some on TikTok, Reels, all of that. Yeah, very excited to get stuck in again with makeup. But yeah, just let me know what videos you guys want me to do, and I'll be happy to do them. Just make sure you leave a comment down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up, because it really does help me out a lot, and the algorithm and all of that, and it takes like 2 seconds. So thank you. And also subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time. And yeah, we're getting closer and closer to 500,000, which is mind-blowing. Like, I feel like we need to do something big when we get to like 500,000, because that's a lot of people. So if you want to help me get to that number a lot quicker, then it's there. The button's like there. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that is it from me today. Let me know what you think of this makeup look in the comment section down below. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.